just all my friends just disappeared. Have you experienced that? So I've had many failures, guys. But I've figured out that the more failures I've had, the more successful I've become. And I'm blessed to have actually had. That's my second book, which is what I've written, Fail Smart. Because failure is the foundation to success. Failure is the fuel. Success is a decision. The more failures, and so I'm going to share some of the learnings about the failure story, but more to actually in context about how do you work smarter, not harder. Okay?
Excuse me. I think there is enough failures in the world, so we can learn from. We shouldn't repeat the same failure.
100% agree.
I shouldn't fail myself, so I can know it's okay.
Very much, very true. So the idea would be that if you go with the mindset, which is great, that you don't want to fail, and I think it's fantastic, but there will be times that you will. Life was never meant to be a straight road. I'm just sharing some of my learnings. Never was meant to be a straight road. It need not be professionally. It could be in your personal journey that you may be all fine. And people talk about usually wealth equals money, but wealth is not just about money. It's about who you are. When I wake up at 5 in the morning and I look myself in the mirror, that PK is a very different PK looking in the mirror. There are only two answers, which is me looking in the eye. You're full of crap, or you are fantastic. I cannot lie to myself. That is also wealth. Number 2 is actually about my health. It's a body, mind, soul game. No energy, finished, done. Doesn't matter how much money you have. It's a good run. 6 years from ground zero to become the food and beverage director. One of the leading hotels of the world. Chauffeur-driven car, company accommodation, service and home. I was spoiled. Then I had midlife crisis. Like we all do. Anyone has midlife crisis anytime before? Moments you say, oh my God, where do I go from here? It was one of those defining moments. The Taj Group is one of the leading hotels in the world. From ground floor to the top, I was very blessed to have had some great teachers while I was there. Then midlife crisis hit me, and I said, this was in 1989. I met my beautiful wife, Manisha. She's sitting at the back, and that was hard work. How do you actually, that was hard work, I'm saying hard work. Every possible strategy I could think about, how do you actually get her to say yes to me. Anyway, we got married. 1991 is when the reforms happened in India. So literally, when you're migrating to another country, you were only allowed 20 official dollars. So I borrowed $500 because if I removed the tie jacket, although I had a title and everything, but I was hollow from inside. So I borrowed $500, went to Australia. My first job overnight was cleaning toilets in this filthy Indian restaurant, sitting in the toilet thinking, what am I doing here? I had the temptation to go back. That was a failure lesson for me. But those moments, and I somehow made my way up into working for KFC. Pizza, KFC was the first job I had, where they would make me count 3 pieces of chicken wings, 3 pieces of chicken wings. Why? Because I had to write a report to the US to Pepsi Cola, which was the company was owned by PepsiCo. Why did I overcook? I used to think, why am I doing 3 pieces of chicken wings? I'm glad that I did learn that, because 10 years later, I was managing $3.2 billion worth of inventory for Meijer. Meijer is Australia's largest department store chain. It's a $3.2 billion company. The largest, there are 70 boxes, smallest store is 100,000 square feet. Largest is 280,000 square feet, 1.2 million SKUs. I got to from first role, which was folding towels and sheets on the shop floor, to the board level in 8 years. And got to the board level, then got to my mom can be proud. I had pieces of paper on the wall, like I was sharing with you, Fadi. I'm a Wharton graduate from Pennsylvania, Macquarie Graduate School of Management MBA, fashion graduate from Melbourne, supply chain graduate from Monash University, Bachelor of Science from Mumbai, hotel management graduate from Bombay. Means nothing in the 21st century. There are just pieces of paper on the wall and just ego, according to me. Because in the 21st century game changer, you don't need any of that because information is so freely available. Education is just flipped completely. So here is me on the top, and I got on to get the opportunity to head up supply chain. And this is my PhD that I did literally on the job. One of my mentors was a 65-year-old professor in nuclear physics. His part-time hobby was studying the decline in the speed of light. And I'm thinking, what am I doing with this guy? He made me lie on the cement floor so that I could put my ear to the ground so that I could understand the tension in the cement. And he would make me look at the light globe so that I could understand the intensity in the light globe. That's why we put $25 million to the EBIT line, the team, in 10 months. Taken a broken supply chain and put $25 million to the bottom line, not top line. And 3 years later, put $290 million to the EBIT line. That is just some of the learnings I'm going to share with you. So that's the work smarter, not harder. So when I left but where to from here, what happens? When you go into companies and when you come into becoming an entrepreneur or corporate, we come in as superstars. It's all about me, look at me, look at me. It's the small eye. Small eye syndrome. What about me? Look at me. I'm the spotting with the shining star. But what happens is, we have this moment of truth. If you continue to actually be that small eye, the crab syndrome as I was sharing with you before, you will have no friends left over. There will be no friends, no associates, no one. They'll say, this guy.
So if you just actually go around and push your product in front of clients, who here would send a quote to a client? Who sends out quotes? Anybody here send quotes? Yeah? Anybody here send proposals? Okay, some of the same hands. What's the difference between a quote and a proposal?
Well, a quote is just a price, a proposal is to be able to make a solution towards a client.
With a price.
Yeah.
So a proposal has value in it. What do people compare when they receive a quote? It's a number. Okay. So if you're not the cheapest in the market, okay, and most market leaders aren't the cheapest in the market, if you just send a quote, what do people compare? They're comparing, they're going with the cheapest quote. Okay? So a salesperson's role really is to enlarge the value of the deal. Okay? So there's so many situations, right? So that printer, the gentleman at the back there, I'm not selling printers here, but you'd pay 800 dirhams for the printer. Okay? Would you buy a printer, the same print, what was the printer?
It's an XPE printer.
An XPE printer. Would you buy that printer, that XPE printer, for 400 dirhams?
Yeah,
You would.
but I'll be skeptical
Why?
because it's cheaper. That's why it's cheap.
But if you had 400 dirhams on you now, would you buy it if you could take it away with you?
Yeah.
Okay?
He has to wait for promotion.
You've got to wait for the promotion. But I'm just thinking about what you value that item at. Okay? Would you buy 400? Would you pay 400 dirhams for a printer?
Yes.
Now, so you require a printer. You need a printer at the moment.
It depends what function this printer is.
That's right. And the function he's looking for.
Is it remote or with my mobile I can print out from my mobile to the next?
That's what you want.
This is what I
That's
bought.
That's what you bought. How much was that?
It was 550.
550. Okay. Can yours do all of that?
According to the deal actually consumed, that's what we look at. Or what it's going to cost me to run it in the future.
So would you pay 600 dirhams for the printer that he bought?
No,
No.
it doesn't fit my need.
Doesn't fit your need. So does the cost of the printers change?
Yes.
No? The cost of manufacturing them and marketing them, does that change?
Yes,
Yes.
of course it is.
The cost?
Yes.
No. The manufacturing costs, having it in the shop, does that change from one person to another?
No.
But does the value of what they're looking for change?
Yes.
And how does the value change? We're talking about certain features that you like about that printer. You mentioned 3 or 4 things that you like. Agreed?
Yes.
Okay. Does it have other features, that printer?
Remote. Whenever I am sitting in the bedroom, I can print it out immediately.
I get that. But those are the features that you like about it. But how many features does a printer have?
A lot.
Hundreds. Hundreds.
Yes.
But those are the 3 or 4. If a salesperson went to this gentleman and spoke about 100 features the printer has, would it be as effective as focusing on the 3 or 4 that is he looking for?
Yes.
No, if he'll be featuring, if he'll be talking about 100 features, he will not be interested.
That's right. That's right. Why are they not interested? Okay, very good. Information overload. Not only are they listening to a lot of things they don't like, they're not interested in. When people start hearing things, first of all, people struggle to listen. Okay, I hope you're all doing well at the moment. People struggle to listen. Okay, And so if you're talking too much, especially about things people aren't interested in, you'll begin to lose them. And one of these key features might be overlooked. Okay? So again here, the salesperson would not have made a sale there unless they understood what they want, okay, and explain to this gentleman he can now print from remote control from his bedroom. Okay, which is what was required in there. Alright? So let's go back to the value of things and negotiations. Alright? So what is a negotiation? What is an effective negotiation? Who can tell me? What is an effective negotiation?
When all the parties are happy.
Win-win situation.
Both sides getting
One-on-one.
It is successfully being able to sell the product, as a seller I'm talking about, successfully being able to sell the product at a price that I am happy with.
What's the difference between sales and negotiation there?
reaching the point of sale.
Win-and-win situation. Win-and-win situation.
Okay. What gets brought to the table in 95% of negotiations in the UAE? Price. What should get brought to the table for 100%?
Value.
Value. Okay. Why do people negotiate? Who can tell me why people negotiate?
Better price, better.
Okay, so we'll do that, right? To save money. Okay, so get the best deal, to save money. Okay. Why else? So again, though, you know, if they're either convinced, they see the value, or I'm not too sure that's 100% at a negotiation stage. Okay, but normally with business to business, this isn't that regular because people normally, if they don't see the value in one option, they would have gone with another. It's unlikely if they don't see the value, they'll come back to the table. But save money. What's a third one? What's a third one, especially in this part of the world? No?
Just an SOP, standard practice.
Well done. Okay? To negotiate.
Yeah.
All right? To negotiate. People negotiate to negotiate. I'll give you a very good example. I was living in Australia a long time ago, a very embarrassing example, and I was buying a hat in a market, and I was in a market, so in a market you negotiate. And I said to the lady, I said, it was a hat night, and I wanted that hat. That's it. I wanted to buy that hat, but I wanted to negotiate. And I was with my friends, and I said, how much for that hat? She said, $20. And I said, okay, fine. I said, I'll give you $10 for it. She looked at me and said, no. She said, it's $20. And I laughed and said, okay, I'll give you $15 for it. And she looked at me and said, I don't think you quite heard me. I said, it's $20. And so I was looking around my friends now and that, and I was thinking, okay, I had to do something. So I said, look, I'll give you $19 for it. And she said, I'm very, very sorry, but the price is $20. But I wanted that hat. So I sheepishly got the $20 out and paid for the hat. But this was me. To save the dollar, the $5 wasn't huge to me. It was just to negotiate, you know. And there's many, many examples. I've got a huge array of examples. Let's say I was closing a deal not long ago, and somebody phoned me up and said, look, we're fine with everything, but can you do something about the price? And I just started, 3 words, said, to be honest, and he stopped me there. Look, don't worry about it, we're going ahead with it anyway. It was really just one attempt to see if he could get something knocked off the price. Do you understand what I mean? So that's just to negotiate, people do that. Then there's people that are negotiating, they see the value, but they just want to save a bit of money. Okay, they just want to save a bit of money. And then you get the people that don't see the value. They just don't see the value. What percent?
In a position to ensure that you're never getting lost.
Okay.
Right, it allows you probably, even if you, your spouse, your family members, you're going for a vacation, any which place, right, any part of the day it is, even at midnight or whatever, you would know that where exactly are you.
Okay.
Now this is how advanced this particular car allows you to do, as in not only just enjoy the luxury that it has to offer, also at the same time it also allows you to give an edge over most of the other cars.
Okay.
So that's why I'm sure that you're making a wonderful decision by availing this particular car.
Thank you very much, but I'm going to say no. But thank you.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, so you're the third one?
Yeah, I'm the third one.
Okay, have you picked up one?
Can you pick up later?
Yeah, you can pick up whenever you like. Yeah. Okay, so come here then. I like an X5, my dream car.
Apart from cars, what do you enjoy in life? What are your hobbies?
I don't really have many hobbies. I just like work.
What do you do in your free time?
I just study.
Study. Making it hard for you.
Just a close sake.
Sorry.
Okay, do you want to time out? You come back.
I'll take a
few more questions.
Thank you for choosing the right.
I haven't chosen it yet.
I know your passion for this car, and I'm gonna help you.
Okay,
get
great.
your car, and even help you more. I'm gonna go further and get you a free gift.
Okay, thank you.
Out of few options, I'm gonna show you, and tell me which options you like.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, here we can have the satellite navigator.
Okay.
I don't
choose
know.
one.
I don't know because now with your mobile, I think you can get better navigation. We can do the windows for you if you like. It will help you. It will reduce the heat. However, somehow I feel you like the X5 matte cover car.
Okay.
Because it shows the brand that you like.
Okay.
And it really give it's a icing on the cake.
Okay. Thank you very much, but I'm going to decline that. Thank you, though. Thank you very much. Okay.
Peter, hi.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
I'm buying a car.
Okay. You're already here for 5 times, and I told you, there are like 3 models there.
Mm-hmm.
And I have like only 2 cars remaining, and one is Mauritian. He's loyal. He's gonna buy the 2 of them.
Right.
And one is coming this evening.
I'll go to another showroom then.
Okay, so if you can decide quickly, how can he close the sale? What is the?
I'm an I just want to see. There's something else. If you could just give me something else, I think I'd
Define something else. Like, what do you want in a car? You want a massage? You want a?
No, X5. Well, you've got a car. An X5 is perfect. I've always wanted an X5.
Okay, X5 is for you. I had 3 cars.
Okay.
I said, time is scarce.